Ho-hos or something you will never get.
But
You got a VR headset for Christmas, and now you're looking forward to pretending you can by touching pixels in VR chat. Just hope your family doesn't walk in the room.
oof.
That's not all there is to VR chat, and you'll probably get bored real fast if you stick to the chat aspect of VR chat. So there's games to help pad that out. Think of all the games you play regularly on Steam, or those browser games you'd see in a KYR Speedy video from 5 years ago. Somebody has ripped the idea bar for bar, remade it in Unity, and prayed that some sucker would donate the money on Patreon after enjoying their, quote, original content. But is it worth it? Is it more fun to play these VR games over the original non-VR versions?
Questionable.
Wow. There are hundreds, no, thousands of game worlds in VR chat, and if I was to ballpark, I'd say that about 90% of them are dog. Truly not worth your time to even consider. That's not what I played. I'm going to compare my favorite VRC game worlds to the equivalents outside of VR. So no, you won't be seeing Udon Minecraft or that one Wii Tanks game everyone put too many hours in from that game people only bought to get the included free Wii Remote controller. So what's first? Card games, baby. Unlike normal Uno, which doesn't really have a free version you can play, unless you include the Xbox version that everyone got free with their Xbox, playing it on Tabletop Sim, shitty browser versions, or that Discord activity Blazing 8s, VR Uno takes a brand new spin on it by doing absolutely nothing different except allowing you to be a cute e-girl while playing it.
Hit him with a +2. Hit him with a +2.
Did I miss?
No way that didn't go.
Oh my.
Oh God.
I got it. Sorry.
Oh, wait.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
I don't think that's the right thing, Dara.
10 out of 10, couldn't find a better version that's not $13.49 Canadian. But if it's not Uno, the next best card game that everyone knows has to be Cards Against Humanity.
Let's go, baby.
Which, unlike Uno, is fortunate enough to have plenty of browser-based, questionably legal options which don't get taken down because neither Mattel nor Hasbro own it. It's like small. I don't know, ask your mom. Anyways, I had a great time playing this. The VR version did feel a bit stale in comparison. Maybe it's down to the people playing it, but I felt it was more down to the cards given. The VR version felt like it was scared to offend, as if the large proportion of Scandinavian femboys would cancel the creator of the world if the 9/11 or Holocaust joke popped up. Whereas the browser version was...
I can't believe you.
Unapologetic. If I was to compare the VR version to the browser experience, I'd give the VR version a 7 out of 10, while the browser version would get a 9 out of 10. Both are fun, and the experience of seeing other people's reaction with their whole body is a much better experience than the eternal silence of Discord when people don't use their push-to-talk while laughing. While the United States raced the Soviet Union to the moon, the Mexican government funneled millions of pesos into research on the hardworking Mexican.
Oh, God.
Moving on from card games, we have the wonderful world of browser games that you used to play with your friends in middle school during computer class, because when the teacher looked over, it just looked pretty normal. Like Geoguessr. People go into Google Street Maps all the time, miss.
No, it's Detroit.
Geoguessr is a fairly basic concept that anyone can get on board with. And when you're good, everyone thinks you're an intelligent, cultured person. Or just have too much time on your hands as you memorize the features of every country's sign, pole, and license plate differences, and the fact that Kenya has a snorkel in the Street View car in case of flooding.
US.
What?
Nice. UK.
Jesus.
Nice. Japan.
This fucking guy.
Nice.
VR takes the great idea and places you in a room, where all around you is the image, so it's 3D. And while it's cool to be able to look around in a virtual setting, it's too low quality an image, with a still view lacking any depth, which can easily make you nauseous. It's also so bare bones, being only the original version of Geoguessr, whereas the web version, yes, costs a subscription, which is a pain in the ass, but it has so much to offer and is so fleshed out as it's been in existence for such a long time. It's just too much to even make a comparison. 7 out of 10 for the VRC version, 10 out of 10 for the non-VR version. If we go back to 2017, 2018, and view the popular gaming groups like Vanos and his friends, you'll notice one thing that continuously pops up. Scribble.io. What if you brought that simple plan into VR? You get a whole new dimension to play with. Drawing in the third dimension.
Umbilical cord?
Look at this Fuchs and Goy right here.
I don't know how to spell that, so I'm just gonna
Oh, come on, man.
wait it out.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's really fun, though. Being able to see the person drawing get gradually more and more frustrated when nobody can guess their shitty art is one of the best things ever.
Whereas,
Scribble.io is fun and great for those who can't be asked to put a 10-pound weight on their head to go in a game with as much dev support as classic Runescape.
What?
No.
Yes.
That first one, no.
Those
Second
are
one,
the
sure.
God.
But VR drawing time is a hoot. 10 out of 10. And I'll give Scribble.io a 9 out of 10 because it's fucking fun. But wait, what if you have no friends? What if you're super alone and even in a VR world where the whole premise is to connect with people, you find yourself sitting in front of a mirror alone, hoping somebody will approach you and maybe bring up the long list of likes and dislikes you put in your bio as if it's some shitty dating profile. Tower defense, baby.
oh god, I'm so lonely.
This world when it came out was the pinnacle of VR content, combining the laziness of FBT users who stare at themselves for hours on end with the I have to do something so I don't feel like I'm wasting my time games world part of the community, allowing you to sit back and watch your turrets lay waste to the puny cars of people who just want to go home for the holidays and spend some quality time with their families. At least that's how I imagine it.
But here's the thing, friends.
Bloons TD just doesn't do it for me. I'd much rather watch an hour-long video on Atriox's Popathon over playing it myself.
Pop, 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 pop.
And that counts for the VR version as well. Even though it's got everything a tower defense game needs, it does make me want to jump off a bridge in Roblox after 40 minutes. 5 out of 10 on VR. Well, Bloons gets a 3 out of 10. And yeah, I played the shitty one. You think I'm gonna fucking pay for it? There are few games in VR chat that have been there since the beginning.
Not
Games
these
with a
ones,
simple
though.
concept that has been perfected over multiple versions to get to the point of maxing out on the fun meter. And I would absolutely say Battle Discs is one of them.
It's all up to you, Dara. Beat that Minecraft kid. Beat him. He's just a Minecraft.
I bet you watched Tubbo, you fucking loser!
It was the only game that I got so involved in. And when you compare it to its non-VR competition, it's not even a question.
I'm having so much fun right now.
I'd give Battle Discs an easy 11 out of 10.
I'm...
But now we're on to the big leagues. The big leagues, baby. The true beacons of VR chat gaming. The worlds nobody can go without when taking that e-girl you think you fell in love with on a date
Ooh, that's hot.
before you find her alt account ERPing in a public H party.
Imagine you dating wouldn't be
Shut it,
me.
I'm sad and lonely.
Yo, word up, my dudes. Golfers? Man, totally rad. Chaka.
This is definitely in competition for the top spot when it comes to just having a fun, chill time with the boys. Frustrating when you can't seem to get the angles right, sure, but nothing quite beats listening to Zelda music while you can hear your friend one hole over losing his mind after his ball fell in the water the 6th time
That's
over.
usually me.
Very well put together game. And while I can't go to a real mini golf place in Seoul in order to compare it with,
It's fucking cool.
the Steam store is flooded with golf games to choose from. Golf with your friends being the one I chose.
I remember my friend
Messed up.
like a few years back. My friend said like a racial slur in this game. And,
Oh no, Fox.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm playing to lose.
VR gives off a completely different experience in comparison to desktop golf games. While it's sure fun to watch the square ball go into the round hole while your friends struggle to jump over the whole map and hit each other's balls over and over again, you can't beat VR here. Just feels so real that I can't help but give it an 18 out of 10. This one's legal, baby.
Okay.
No.
I'll be honest. I don't really like cooking. I've been doing it my whole life for one reason only. To survive. That being said, there is one version of cooking that I do like. And that's doing it with friends, online, in a safe environment where you're not at risk of accidentally being stabbed by one of your friends that has never done any food safe training in their entire lives.
Chocolate indulgence was I'll work on the chocolate indulgence.
And now, you can enjoy that lovely experience in VR. Definitely one of the most fun things you can do with a group of about 4 to 8 people. Teams match up in a competition to see who's the best organizer of roles as you try to figure out how the machines work. A copy of Overcooked, which we also played and failed at. VR is lacking a little in diversity and syncing of items, but it's a very fun experience.
Yo, I'm gonna be dough man. I'm gonna dough it up so everyone knows I'm dough man.
I'm bringing you some egg.
All right, perfect.
That being said, I can easily play Overcooked 2 for hours, while I don't think I could in VR.
Tomato.
But it's too fun to put down, so I'll give them an even score of 9 out of 10. Highly recommended.
Yeah, no.
Okay, Bell's dead. Anybody know? Anybody?
No idea. That's fair, honestly, yeah.
Early pandemic. Do you remember?
Susa, yeah. Imposter.
I wish I didn't. See, Among Us is a fun game, but I'm shit at it. So going into VR, it does make it a better experience. No being able to see through walls, but being able to see all the way to the ends of hallways and having body language play a part in the experience, it's very different. And yes, there is an official VR version of Among Us, but I'm not paying $12 for that shit.
Okay, so it's just Fox. Dude, I turned around, there was a body. What the fuck?
Because if you have somebody who plays like XQC in your lobby, you're probably gonna hate yourself.
It's atrocity.
No, it's X. It's X.
Skip is atrocity.
We have hard
skip.
I believe
skip.
Really fun experience. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. And that's it. I've been playing VR chat for nearly 5 years now, and through it all, experienced a lot. Are these cringe games in VR chat worth it compared to their non-VR versions?
God, this sucks ass, dude.
Well, the thousands of the ones that I didn't show, absolutely fucking not. But for the top of the top of the food chain, the best of the best, yeah,